What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 10, coming on the back of our win over Como, ending a 3-game loss streak. 4 wins and 5 losses in our first 9 games. Only team in the league without a draw thus far, and right now sitting in mid-table. It's been crazy. It's literally just been win at home, lose away. That's just how it's gone, apart from one loss at home, of course. Lovrich has come to us, he needs more games. Of course, did turn down a couple of bids in the summer. Good chance he'll go in the January window now, asking for more playtime, which at the moment we just can't really give. And today, loads of games to get through. We're going to try and get through to the winter break if we can, and that'll include our second round Coppa Italia game against Catanzaro in the Serie B. Below Serie games regardless, as we try and get through to, again, the January transfer window. Before we get there though, we do have 3 more scouting updates, and we shall see who we've got from our latest batch of scouting. We're from Italy. Maurizio Berardi continues to look quite good. I think I'll give him one more month and see how he looks after that, and continue scouting on all these 4 guys here. Oh, hang on a second though, from Austria. Oh, Fabio Egger could be very good indeed. 60 to 80 overall range. So the market valuation actually isn't that high, so that means it's more likely to be on the lower range of that overall range there. But we'll keep our eyes on him for 1 more month. Yeah, that's always a little tip I like to give when you're looking at youth players and you see the overall range. As we know, the more time you spend scouting that player, the narrower that range will get. But a little trick, if you will, to find out where you think their overall is going to lie is by, again, checking the market valuation. So you might see a player with similar in terms of a overall, but if you check the market valuation, that should give you a good idea as to who has got the higher starting overall. We'll continue scouting on those 4 players there, and no one making the academy. So right now, 4 players in the youth team right now, and of course the best are the Slovenian duo we picked up in the last episode, Oman and Novak. It's just a shame, I don't really know what to do with Oman. He does look the most exciting out of the lot here, but can't play him on that right hand side in our 3-5-2 and the lack of defensive ability. But can we play him through the middle? I mean, we're kind of overloaded at CAM right now. So with loads of games to get through today, we're going to jump into our first one. It's Frosinone, who just survived on the final day away from home, going for our first points on the road this season. Forza Udinese. So 4 games away from home so far this season, and we've lost them all. So yeah, very, very tough start to our away form. But these are the games we should go into and target wins, not just draws, as Zamora is given space to shoot from a tight angle and turn behind for a corner. Frosinone, again, only survived on the final day last season against us, if I remember correctly. And obviously right now in the bottom 3, these are games we should be going for the victory. Good save, still 0-0 for now, but fast start, and that opening goal is coming. Oh, poor touch, poor touch. Go on, everyone, run, 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 run. Brenner coming to you. Come on, son. Back in the team. Back on the score sheet. It's going to be very tough to rotate these 2 this season. Last year, I thought they did it brilliantly in the first half of the season. Pisa said no, then they recalled Lorenzo. But yeah, Lorenzo's got off to a decent start this season, but Brenner was my top scorer last year, so I'm not going to just banish him to the shadow realm, even though Luca's off to a good start this year. Brenner with the opener, 1-0. All day, all day. Oh, I think he just lost an aerial duel. Never see Xhaka lose an aerial duel, but hey, listen, we'll get the ball back. It's all right, don't worry about it, son. You know, you've lost one of 84 aerial duels now, so it was a good streak. 83 aerial duels unbeaten as Zamora slides through Brennan. This should be 2. This should be 2. This should be 2. Great touch and finish for his second. And we're 2 up right before the break. Yeah, our away form's been shocking. We had lost every single game, but going into this one, I felt confident. 2 up before half-time, and this should be our first win on the road this season. We might have lost all of our away days prior to this one tonight, but I felt very confident heading into it. We'd get our first victory on the road this season. That we did, courtesy of a first-half brace from Brenner, and it's back-to-back wins for the first time this season for Udinese. If we're going to be a top 7 team, these are the games we have to win and not just avoid defeat. Now let's build on this. Yeah, it's a difficult one because, again, I think they're both like mid-level strikers. You know, they're both 76 overall, both 24 years old. And this season, Brendan's got 4 in 7, Lorenzo's got 2 in 2, but also the 2 assists as well is nice as well. So it's going to be hard to split their game time this year, I must admit, because I like them both, man, but I can't start them both. That's the problem. Right, following game, Empoli at home, going for our 3rd straight wins here on Wednesday night as we try and get ourselves back in the top 7 for the first time in quite a while. Let's get the 3 points here for Udinese. And speaking of strikers, not sure if it would have showed the pre-game or not, but if it didn't, it'll be on the screen. Erling Haaland, Ballon d'Or for this year for season 2. Man, seriously. He wins the Ballon d'Or more than anyone else in my saves. I often say, for me, it's normally like seasons 1 and 2 are like always Haaland or perhaps Mbappe gets one. Then Vinicius might get one in season 3, but it's normally like one of those 3 constantly. I think I've seen Musiala win it once, but no one outside of those 4 in my saves. For AI Ballon d'Or winners, I should say. And yeah, outside of those 4, it's never anyone else, unless it's one of my players winning it, like Cody Gakpo in the Liverpool career mode. Samaj is denied. But I must say, Bellingham, Ballon d'Or winner one day? I hope so, man. I hope so. After last night, he's Ballon d'Or winner in my heart. My goodness. What a goal, Xhaka. It's just over. The funny thing is, though, like, I mean, I was watching the game yesterday, and so many people were really defeatist, and understandably so. I said this actually. I think I commented this yesterday on my video. Slovakia were the better team. Like, in my opinion, Slovakia looked a better side as a team as well. Their team effort was fantastic. As Samajic finds Lorenzo Luca, who must finish, and brilliant save there to keep it at 0-0. But they were the better team. Like, in terms of organisation, in terms of cohesion, in terms of effort, they were the better side. But I genuinely felt this. I still felt England would get a level at some point. I genuinely felt at some point. And even when it went to 90th minute, I still thought it ain't over. It ain't over. I could still see someone bailing us out. And if it was going to be anyone, I mean, no surprises, really. No surprises. Just the manner of the goal was the shock, not the goal itself, really. I just felt it. I just felt someone was going to pop up and be a hero. It's a brilliant ball by Pereira, and Zamora fires us in front. Going for our 3rd straight win for the first time all season long. Jordan Zamora with the opener. Easy. Come on, last chance. Don't throw this away. Shot comes in. Oh! Final kick of the game, falling just wide of Gashi's post. But he picks up back-to-back clean sheets, and we pick up our 3rd win on the trot. To grind it out in the end, but we will take it. Back in the top 7, and these are the games, man. Gotta win them. Just about held on there. Yep, finally on a nice mini run, but it's going to take something special to extend it here. Following game, Napoli away in Naples, only behind us by a point and a place in the table. I'll take a point here on the road now, first draw of the season, if we can get it. Forza Udinese. I know that I've gone on record as saying I like Gareth Southgate, don't get me wrong, and I think part of the problem is because I'm at a certain age where, I sometimes get Vietnam flashbacks, or I should say Croatian flashbacks to 2007 with Steve McLaren with the umbrella, and I think, well, it could be worse, it could be worse. But the problem with Southgate is that, he, as a man manager, I think he's excellent. I think he's got a great relationship with the players. They obviously love him. They'd run through a brick wall for him, and that's fantastic. But at top level football, in big competitions, on the biggest of stages and the biggest of moments, that's not going to get you over the line, as we have seen previously in previous tournaments. The semis in 2018 in the World Cup. I thought we were obviously the European Championship final a few years ago. Yes, that was obviously very unlucky, losing on the pens, but even so, we sat back, if you remember correctly, in that game. It was Ebisele fires wide, and it invited a ton of pressure, and Italy's pressure eventually paid off, and then they, of course, won the lottery of the spot kick. So, I think that has been the problem for Southgate. In terms of, man management, in terms of relationship with the players, spot on. No one I'd want more for that job. But for these big tournaments, for these big moments, he hasn't got the mentality, nor does he have the tactical knowledge and know-how. That's the issue with Southgate, and I hate to say that, I really do, because you know me, like I'm all about effort and hard work and discipline and so on. But the honest truth is that can only get you so far. You have to have a bit of expertise. If you don't, as Prasic's to deck, you're going to get found out at a top level. You know, you'll get found out at a top level, and Southgate unfortunately consistently has over these past few tournaments. Lucas Torreira with the opener, double whammy after the injury to Pras as well. Hopefully that would be a bruise, but our first injury of the season, Christensen is coming back from the ACL. We've been lucky with injuries so far, but I got a feeling that'll probably be a broken toe for the Austrian there. It's going to be two. Simeone with a finish, 2-0 down, 58 minutes in. Okay, I did not think our winning run was going to get extended here. Great little mini run of 3 on the trot, but Napoli away. I often say this in RTGs, you take it in stages, and season by season you get better and better, but yeah, you'll know when you're at the level to go into these games and target wins. We are far from that level right now. Press out wide, Borselle, quick knock off to Profundi. And Simone, oh, brilliantly done. And to start this season off, I mean, I cannot tell you how good he's been as Brenner fires in the goal to give us a glimmer of hope with 15 to go, but Simone Profundi with another assist. He's got, I think, 5 goals this season and a few assists as well. He's a talent, man. You can see why Freiburg robbed him from our squad, because he is a baller. I thought we did well to grab a consolation late on there. It didn't play too badly, to be honest, but unfortunately just not quite at a level yet to go to these grounds and target wins. Even a draw would be a good result. Sadly, it couldn't get either. Still, head up. Head up. We're not at this level yet. Positives to take if no points. We'll take and move on to the next one. How about was that injury for Pras? Oh, just a sprained knee in the end, so 4 weeks. So could have been worse. It'll come back in mid-December. And could have been a lot worse than that. I can't believe we still haven't. I know I'm jinxing it. I know I'm tempting fate here by saying this, but I still can't believe we haven't had a broken toe yet. What's going on? It's in a Docks career mode, honestly. We should have had 6 broken toes by now. Right, following game, aiming to bounce back here. Hellas Verona at home, aiming to get back into the top 7. Forza Udinese. 0 broken toes. 0? It's a bit sus, I'm not gonna lie. It's all gonna happen in one game. Like 4 players will break their toes. First Profundi, oh, as Luca fires wide. Then Festi, then Xhaka, and then somehow me, I'll break my toe on the sideline somehow. And I'll have to simulate it for 3 months. Quefo's done well there. Through the gap to Festi. He's got Conan down the right hand side. He says, where's Crept? Because I've just crept past you, and Lorenzo shot deflected straight to Zamora, who should have put us in front with the free header. Fires wide, still 0-0, but the pressure should pay off at some point. Time to go for the break, still tied at 0-0. Out comes Gashi, I thought he dropped that. Brilliant hands from the kid, that. And a great throw out too. Go on, Festi. Oh, Festi! Festi all the way! Festi! Oh, it's 2 goalkeeper assists! Can I get to it? Is there going to be enough time? Gashi's just got his 2nd assist of the season already. Goodness gracious, one with his feet, one with his hands, and Festi Borselle puts us in front. The pressure face on was brilliant handling from the Gash. I thought he was going to drop it, but instead holds on to it, throws it quickly, and Festi takes it from the halfway line all the way through to make it 1-0. That is he does get credit with that, doesn't he? That is 2 assists already this season for Fatos Gashi. That's incredible. Normally, I only get 1 goalkeeper assist per save. I've had 2 in half a season. This is incredible. But speaking of incredible, Fatos Gashi continues to showcase why he deserved that #1 jersey and to be thrown in at the deep end as a teenager. Okay, he's dropped a couple of clangers this season, but already he's got several clean sheets and 2 assists as well. Remarkable. Hey, and you see me dapping him up in the dressing room as well, and rightfully so. Fatos Gashi, the kid, what a start for the 17-year-old man, as I pay some homage to him and give him his flowers. He's grown 2 ratings since the start of the season. Again, 6 clean sheets in 13, but it's the 2 assists which really surprised me a lot. I've got him on the sweeper-keeper development. That's mainly to improve the positioning, not just the kicking as well. But now he's got to 63. really, I was tempted to put him on balance, but it'll take him so long to grow there. I might as well keep him on the sweeper keeper just for now. And as for his bro, for those curious right now on loan at Darmstadt, well, he's grown 6 ratings. So like I said before, it really is better to loan your young players out than it is to start them. Darmstadt are a 2-league side. We've got no way of knowing just how well he's getting on there. But despite Fasci doing so much better here at top level football in the Serie A, he's only grown a third of the ratings that his brother has. It's so frustrating, and EA really need to work on the growth system. Right, following game, big one, last year's champions, Inter away at the San Siro. Although, of course, we did win here against AC Milan at the San Siro. No, we beat Inter at the San Siro last season, didn't we? Away from home. Let's see if we can do it back-to-back and get another big 3 points here. Forza Udinese. Yeah, my apologies. It was AC Milan we drew against here last season. We beat Inter by a 0-0. So back-to-back trips to the San Siro and 4 points taken for a possible 6 against last year's top 2. It's not bad, is it, for a team that notoriously don't travel well? But the key is... Oh, Guendouzi flies in there. I thought it should have been a foul. Clearly not. And play continues. Oh, what a ball. Oh, Thuram sits Gashi down and puts it in. The key is doing it consistently. It's all well and good doing it once or twice, but you've got to do it over and over and over again if you want to be the best. You know that saying. You want to be the best? You got to beat the best. Down early, Marcus Thuram with the finish. 3 after the restart. Still down by 1. Again, not really been under a great deal of pressure, despite conceding early. But the problem is I haven't really offered anything going forward, and so the longer the game goes on like this, well, we're still in it, but likely it is with our passiveness. We're probably going to concede again, which we will. Marcus Thuram clips it in off the post for his brace, and Dad will be proud. To be fair, Dad will be disappointed with my defending, but wonderful finish, and it's 2-0. It's the great Lilian Thuram, world-class defender. With Parma and Juventus in Italy, and of course finishing his career with Barcelona. I can't remember where he started his career within France, but even so, over 100 caps for the national team, World Cup winner. And imagine how it must feel having that iconic career, being one of the best defenders of your generation, and not just having one son, but 2 sons carrying on the family name, playing top level football. Kefren and this guy Marcus. Saw me a part of a brace. And, yeah, a loss at the San Siro. We're not one bit surprised. These guys are back-to-back champions. Not surprised. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. And directly after the game, well, Xabi Alonso was unable to win the Bundesliga last year in the save with Bayer Leverkusen. And they've said, it's time to cut that experiment short. We're in 3rd place right now, 3 off Dortmund. How about it, Doxy boy? Do you fancy it? I'm starting to get more manager offers now, and fair play to EA. I said this before, but that's something they do need to look into, man. More manager offers. That's a ridiculous weekly wage as well. But, of course, they're going to turn it down. It's the Serie A career mode, not the European career mode. But anyway, as Paras is coming back from the minor injury, 3 more scouting updates. We're from Italy. We will continue scouting on these 4 players here. Oh, there's a player right there at the bottom, Tobias Wagner, who I must say I'm hopeful. 65, 89 potential. It's at the lower range of what I would expect, but the starting overall is very good. We'll continue scouting on these 2 for now. And unfortunately from Slovenia, no one making the cut this time around either. But this guy, Luka Oman, we've already got 1 Oman. Could be quite good. We'll see how he looks after another month. Same with Domen Koren. But to be honest, we could get no one else from Slovenia for the rest of the mission, and I really would not mind one bit, because the 2 that our scout has picked up already are just absolutely incredible. Yeah, I don't mind if we don't find another good Slovenian youngster. We've already got 2 gems in the academy. Right, following game, aiming to bounce back here at home against Monza. Our home record this season has been incredible, man. We've won all of our games apart from 1. 6 in 7, I believe. Now let's make it 7 in 8 and bounce back here. Forza Udinese. Yeah, I'd say the season's gone about what I was expecting thus far. We've made slight improvements to our team. Pongracic coming in from Lecce. Prati coming in from Cagliari. Oh, what a brilliant touch. And, oh, put it wide. I was going to say touch and finish. And obviously we've had Profundi come back, pretending that Freiburg thing didn't happen from loan. And it's looked good as well. But other than that, I mean, we haven't made like major steps forward. You know, we've taken a step back in terms of our goalkeeper position. You know, it doesn't really feel like it too much as Gashi makes a great save there. So the season's gone about what I was expecting, really. And I said, I don't think we're at the level yet where we should be, you know, definitely targeting top 7 minimum, you know. Yeah, we're hoping to sneak into it, but that's what we would be, sneaking in, just about making it. Where we are right now, going for a top 10 finish, that's what I was hoping for at the start of the season. So I'm not surprised by this start. It's been about what I was expecting. Pongracic, Buffon, I see you, Festi. And Lorenzo must finish, and does. And the Giant puts us in front. Yep, he's come back as well from Pisa, speaking of new arrivals, and he's looked alright, to be fair, since coming in. Splitting the game time between he and Brenner, and neither of which are really letting me down at the moment. He's looking for the level, the ball works inside. Oh, what a finish. What a finish by Mancuso. And the visitors back on level terms. Well, we haven't had a draw all season long. It's surely going to happen at some point, and it may well be here. Tight game. Visitors with a leveller. And it's 1-1. That's in the middle. Oh, it's gone over. Oh! It's gone over Gashi's head and turned it at the far post. Well, I have to say, I think he probably should have done better there, the kid. It's something that will come with age. More commanding in the air. And for that moment there, no wonder the cameras panned to him. He's got to go for that. Cross just sails over his head. And I'm surprised he left it. Why? Did he get a shout from a man at the far post? Yeah, he's got to claim that. Right next to his head. Just stick your arms up, son, and claim it. Samardzic. Luka. Simone's onside. Oh, it's 2-2. What a game. What a game. Right from kickoff back on level terms. Last chance for Monza to win it. Out comes... Oh! Gashi, but... First draw of the season. Ripped away with the final kick. Turned in from close range. Just didn't want to commit with a tackle there. Because I say this a lot. Sometimes I get comments from you guys saying, Doxy boy, put a tackle in, son. The reason I don't do it is because if you mistime it just slightly, and I mean just slightly against the AI, you've given away a penalty. And my record of saving penalties is shocking, man, honestly. Just got to trust the positioning's good enough. In that moment there, it wasn't. Monza with the final kick win it. And it is 3 losses in 4. Poor mini run through Udinese, and this is not going to get us into a European place come the end of the season. Right, let's do 2 or 3 more and we'll close the episode there. Following game, Catanzaro, Serie B side at home in the second round of the Coppa Italia. Last year, of course, we famously had a cup set against Ascoli in the Serie B. In the third round, this year, need to avoid that and make the last 16 to keep the board happy. Let's get a comfortable win here and progress through. Forza Udinese. Got a few stars out there tonight as the second half is underway, including this man, Festi. I didn't want to have a fully rotated side because, to be fair... Oh, good save on the skipper. I have had a few cup sets in this year's FC already. I mean, last season of this save against Ascoli at home, I remember the worst one I've had so far was with Swansea in the RTG save I was doing when we took on Southampton in the League Cup semis, thinking, oh yeah, I should make it through to Wembley. And we got battered over 2 legs by like 4 goals or so, ludicrous. So cup sets, I'm no stranger to them this year. But yeah, to keep the board happy in an early season RTG, you really... don't want to suffer the embarrassment of back-to-back years of cup sets, man. That is not good. It's one thing I've always wished EA would look into, you know, like being able to take previous seasons' performances into consideration, because come on, what, it's your son all day, all day. Oh, good save. Like, you could have, like, you know, 6 years of dominance and then a slow start in Season 7 and the board replace you, because the past 6 years count for nothing in EA. Every season resets for a new one, and that's something I wish EA would look into, you know. But anyway, still tied. Got to be the opener here though, and it is finally 15.5 on the clock, and it's Captain Fantastic to the rescue. Pereira, the senior, bailing me out as we finally draw first blood. And it's not convincing by any stretch of the imagination, but in cup football, progress is progress no matter how you get it done. Scrape through or win 6-0. End result is still the same. We're into the following round. Thank goodness for that. So, into the third round, last 32 again. The board has said last 16. We got to the last 32 last season before being knocked out by Ascoli. So, should see the draw directly afterwards. And in the third round of Coppa Italia, we'll be taking on... fingers crossed, another Serie B side. It is indeed Parma drama, as they all come to Udine. Bring them on. Love Parma, man. What a team. Right, let's try and squeeze in 2 more games today. Following contest, newly promoted Palermo at home, aiming to get back to winning ways here in the league after what has been a tough run, to be fair, of 3 defeats in 4 league games. Forza Udinese. Yeah, Parma's such a cool team. The kits are just absolutely iconic, especially that yellow one. You know, synonymous with Football Italia, with James Richardson back in day. And good save, Gashi. I know I'm showing my age a bit there, but they had some world-class players. I mean, we mentioned one earlier with Lilian Thuram and Buffon. It was a heck of a team back in the day. And I'm so glad they're back in the big time for next season in real life as well. It's Vasic. Oh, squeezes it in. How on earth did he get that to trickle home? Goodness gracious, our league form at the moment is just all over the place. Lorenzo says, don't worry about it, Gaffer. I'll fire us back on level terms instantly. Pick it up, son. Pick it up, Giant. Back on level terms instantly. We need to win this, not just draw it. We still haven't had a draw yet all season long, but I don't want this to be our first as Festi. Oh, brilliantly done. Well done, mate. Well done. Come on! Gets, I think, his 3rd of the season and puts us in front for the first time as he does the Shabalala. Palermo behind, Udinese in front. No. Fatos stuck in a trance. It's so frustrating, honestly. Like, I've given up believing EA are going to fix it, man. 22 minutes to go, Palermo back on level terms. But for next year, if there's still the same problem, I'm going to be livid. Okay, it's July now. It's not going to get a fix, but GK rush out has been broken all year long. And granted, you know, it's only on rare occasions it really hurts you, but when it does, it's so frustrating. Keeper's just stood there, running on the spot. Oh, what a ball! And Lorenzo! God! Puts us back in front. Lost my train of thought. Don't care. Udinese lead again. To be fair, I might end on this one as well. Winning a 5-goal thriller. Much needed victory. Back-to-back wins. Progress through to the next round of the Cup. Yet might call it a day on the back of this one. If we can hold on to it. 10 on the clock. Almost there. And whilst defensively we've been fragile, going forward we've been excellent. And Lorenzo's on for a hat-trick as well if I can get it to him. There he is, but instead he'll be a team player and find Profundi. Rounds to keeper! Good night, Palermo. Back-to-back wins for Udinese. Simone back on the score sheet. Wonderful round to keeper. And yeah, we'll end on this. 6 goals, 4 of them coming to Udinese, and 3 points on the board. The best way of summing up our form in Season 2 so far is by channeling my inner Gennaro Gattuso and simply describing it as sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And the league table backs that up too. 16 games, 8 wins, and 8 losses with 0 draws. I mean, we truly are the most consistently inconsistent team in Italy right now, and you just never know what Udinese side you are going to get. But at the moment, still in the hunt for a European place and only a couple of points outside Lazio in 7th. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Serie A Career Mode, guys. So big fan of you, hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, then please do drop a like. What's up to you all? Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode with more big games in the Serie A season as we reach the official halfway stage. Now, the 3rd round of the Coppa Italia against the iconic Parma in Udine, and the January window will open, but I wouldn't expect any transfers with no money in the budget. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.